I got introduced to Springtime Hope probably about I'd say a little over 2 years ago. I was homeless at
America's Most Wanted.
yeah no I was at a bottom point in my life, so I was homeless and stuff and living down off the tracks, and I ran into them. And not only that, it's not about them passing out clothing and food and stuff like that. It's not that way for everybody. But what it is they gave me friendship when I needed actual friendship, because everything that was going on in my life at the time, it was bringing me really down. And once you get down, it's hard to get up, because you really don't want to. So you go to drugs and alcohol, or whatnot. I mean, there's so many people that they got so many different stories, of how they got out here. But then they gave me hope, and they helped me out and just stood behind me. And there's certain people in Springtime Hope that I love with dear life. I mean, they're like a family. They're closer to me than my family is.
When we first brought our trailer out in 2008, we maybe had 10 or 12 people. The next week we had double that. The next week we had triple that. And so they come here, yes, to get a meal, yes, to get some clothing and things like that. But the real reason they come here is just for friendship and getting to know people and have people just love them. There's a lot of people who don't get hugs, they don't get love, and they like to come here for the support that they receive from all of us. Our volunteers are absolutely wonderful.
I just got hooked talking to the other people. I didn't realize it was going to be such an uplifting experience for me. It's very spiritual. It's been very God-centered. We're a very Christian-based organization. So we try to look after the people's basic physical needs with food, was clothing, but also toiletries, underwear, socks, which we still do. But emotional needs and sometimes spiritual needs we address also.
Our volunteers are absolutely wonderful. They're very selfless. They are very loving, dedicated to those in need. It's word of mouth. We call it the Holy Spirit hook. Once you come one time, you get hooked and you want to be able to help others out. And many people, many of the volunteers themselves have been through things which helps bring them a lot more compassion towards other people.
There are some challenges. Some of them you really want to do, like get them to a dentist or get them to eye doctor, sometimes, because reading glasses will only do so much for them. But get them to different organizations that can help in that way.
Okay, we got okay. Two socks?
How about hand sanitizer?
Oh, got it?
Okay, right here. There you go, sir.
I happened to be on the street, and I was helped through them in numerous ways. I have been coming to Springtime Hope for, again, about 3 or 4 years, and I learned of one of the housing programs that they have for people like myself that was on the street, and I was able to give residents in one of their houses, and that's one way that they're helping me right now.
When I graduated the Salvation Army in October, Springtime Hope gave me a place to live in one of their transitional houses, and I've been living there since October. So they've helped, put food in my belly, and they put a roof over my head. They've helped me a lot. I was wrapped up in drugs and alcohol since the age of 15. When I got sober, they gave me a place to live, and they gave me a foundation to build on, so that I can, better my life and build on top of that.
I'm stable now. I'm off the street, and that gives me an opportunity to get some fines paid that I need to get paid in order to get permanent housing, which I've done already. I've since taken the test to get my driver's license back, which I will need at some point in the future. That's one of the things that a few things I was able to do since I've been there. So currently looking for permanent housing, and I hope to be successful with that. But none of this could have ever happened unless I was in a stable situation, which I am in one of their homes. So I'm very grateful for it.
They come out here week after week and week after week, and they're here on Christmas Day. They don't care what day it is. they're here. And look, I started helping them out, and I've always helped them out, and I'll continue to help them out. I don't live on the streets no more. I have a house. I have a job.